If America dares to ignite the fuse of war, the warning is clear. Expect massive losses. Iraqi militias mobilize. Now carriers advance, F-22s land, embassies thin out. The region braces for a war of attrition, long-lasting and unpredictable. So is this pressure tactics, or the final countdown to open conflict? Iran-aligned Iraqi militia Kata'ib Hezbollah has warned that the United States would face severe consequences if tensions in West Asia escalate into open conflict. In a statement released on February 26th, the group, which is a part of Iraq's popular mobilization units, addressed rising US-Iran tensions amid military deployments and stalled diplomacy.
If America dares to ignite the fuse of war in the region, it will find itself facing massive losses that are impossible to contain or compensate for.
The warning refers to potential US military action against Iran and the broader regional fallout. The militia also called on its fighters to prepare for sustained confrontation.
Amidst the American threats and military mobilization that portend a serious escalation in the region, we stress the need for all fighters to prepare for a war of attrition that could be long-lasting, exceeding the estimates of the American administration.
In parallel, the militia cautioned Iraq's Kurdistan regional government against cooperation with what it termed hostile foreign forces, warning such actions could threaten the semi-autonomous region's security. The rhetoric follows heightened US military posturing ordered by US President Donald Trump, including additional naval and air deployments near Iran. Tehran has responded by stating it would consider American bases in the region legitimate targets in the event of hostilities. As rhetoric intensified, the US Embassy in Israel authorized the departure of non-emergency personnel due to security concerns. According to the New York Times, US Ambassador Mike Huckabee urged staff to act swiftly.
There's no need to panic, but for those desiring to leave, it's important to make plans to depart sooner rather than later.
The State Department also advised Americans to reconsider travel to Israel due to terrorism and civil unrest risks.
On February 27, 2026, the Department of State authorized the departure of non-emergency U.S. government personnel and family members of U.S. government personnel from Mission Israel due to safety risks. In response to security incidents and without advance notice, the U.S. Embassy may further restrict or prohibit U.S. government employees and their family members from traveling to certain areas of Israel, the Old City of Jerusalem, and the West Bank. Persons may wish to consider leaving Israel while commercial flights are available.
Meanwhile, the US military buildup has accelerated. According to the media reports based on the obtained satellite imaginaries, the USS Gerald R Ford carrier strike group is moving toward Israel's northern coast, while F-22 stealth fighter jets and refueling aircraft have deployed to Israeli air bases. The footage and analysts monitoring open-source flight tracking data shows at least 9 American refueling tankers also arrived at Israel's Ben Gurion airport overnight as part of the United States' massive buildup of military forces in the Middle East. This week, several American refuelers and cargo planes were spotted at Ben Gurion Airport, and 11 F-22 stealth fighter jets, along with accompanying logistical support planes and air crews, landed at Ovda Airbase in southern Israel. The deployment of US fighter jets at Israeli air bases for operational activities, rather than for joint training with the IAF, is extremely rare. There are now at least 14 US refuelers deployed at Ben Gurion Airport. The tankers are likely to provide support for US fighter jets aboard the USS Gerald R Ford aircraft carrier, which is heading toward Israel's northern coast, in the event that US President Donald Trump orders military strikes on Iran. Meanwhile, Chinese firm Mizar Vision published satellite images showing F-22 deployments at Ovda Airbase. Several countries have issued evacuation advisories. Canada urged its citizens in Iran to leave immediately if safe to do so. China issued a similar warning.
In light of the current security situation in Iran, China's foreign ministry and Chinese embassies and consulates in Iran remind Chinese citizens to avoid traveling to Iran for the time being.
The advisory reflects growing international concern over potential escalation. The Chinese embassy in Israel also asks its citizens living in the country to strengthen their security precautions and emergency preparedness, citing rising security risks in the Middle East. With militias mobilizing and military repositioning, the region stands at a volatile crossroads between diplomacy and wider confrontation.